Good evening. I am McCoy. Thanks for being with us. Longtime city councilman and Tuscaloosa native Kip Tyner has found himself on the wrong side of the law that, if convicted, could cost his spot on the council. Details in tonight's top story. According to Chief Steve Anderson with the Tuscaloosa Police Department, Tyner was arrested and charged for unlawful possession of a controlled substance and unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. He was held at the Tuscaloosa County Jail, but was released earlier today on an $18,000 bond. According to Anderson, it happened at the Treetop Apartments off Skyland Boulevard shortly before midnight last night. Anderson says an investigator with the Tuscaloosa Metro Homicide Unit, along with several officers with the Tuscaloosa Police Department, were looking into a tip involving a witness to a homicide. That's when Anderson says they found Tyner in possession of the cocaine.
Officers went into an apartment, knocked on the door, and were given consent to come inside and look for the witness. Officers did not locate the witness, but located cocaine on a mirror in the living room.
Along with Councilman Tyner, police arrested 46-year-old Darren Dwayne Cooper. Cooper is charged with unlawful possession of a controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. He's being held at the Tuscaloosa County Jail on an $18,000 bond. Well, WVUA's Lindsay Price joins me now to continue covering this developing story in your home team Crime Watch. Lindsay, it seems after talking with people around the town, it's a mixed emotions of, after they hear the story of Tyner's arrest.
That's right, Matt. The emotions have been across the board, from surprise to disappointment to full support for Tyner, who has been a part of the City of Tuscaloosa Council for decades. Earlier today, we caught up with some city councilmen as well as some people in Tyner's district, the City of Alberta. Kip Tyner has been serving on the City Council since 1997, representing Alberta City, which is District 5, working alongside the current council since 2005. We spoke with several members of the council who are keeping Councilman Tyner and his families in their thoughts and prayers. WVUA spoke with Councilman Bob Lindell and Bobby Howard, who say even though they were shocked when they heard of the news of Councilman Tyner, they plan to support him.
I was shocked, of course, like everybody else was. I had spent most of yesterday afternoon at the football stadium watching the Elba game with Kip, and he had some friends with him. And when I left, he was going to go home and get his niece and nephew or some family members and come back to watch the Hoover game.
I'm thinking and hoping that it's not true, not the arrest, but that any guilt or anything, hoping that it's not true. I'm looking and praying that it's not true. The police arrested him, sure, but a lot of time there's an alibi or there's a reasoning for what's going on, and that's what we're praying for. We support him. I support him.
With Tyner being a lifetime resident of the City of Alberta, many of the residents in District 5 have known Tyner his entire life. Upon hearing the news, many of the residents say they were shocked because throughout the years, most memories of Tyner for them were positive and the good things he did for his district. WVUA spoke with some people in Alberta who had mixed emotions after hearing about Tyner's arrest.
It just really blowed my mind. I mean, him being a leader of the community and everything, it's just overwhelming. I just can't believe it.
Well, I just couldn't believe it. He always has been a good person, and he helped us out in the Alberta City reunion, and I was just overwhelmed about it. I don't believe it.
There's not a whole lot of trust anymore on who does what and stuff like that.
Most of the councilmen we spoke with today say they hope they will see Councilman Tyner at this Tuesday's City Council meeting. If he does show up, both Councilman Howard and Lundell say they will treat him as they did before the arrest. Matt?
Thanks, Lindsay. Well, many in Tuscaloosa are speaking their minds on Tyner's arrest. We asked our Facebook fans to give their opinions. Mary Thornton says, quote, "Obviously, the man has a problem. Do we really want to kick him when he's down? Yes, this was a bad thing, but there is no way that it outweighs all the good that he's done for the city." Ashley Tidmore-Beard commented, praying for Kip and his family. He is an awesome councilman and has done so much for Alberta before and after the tornado, even as his own family felt with their aftermath. Darlene Smith says, yes, he should resign. This is not the kind of example we want to set for our neighborhoods. Makes you wonder how his habit has influenced decisions he's made on the city council. And Ann Wood criticized Tyner, saying, Mr. Tyner should step down on his own. It is time he takes care of himself. I have been in Tuscaloosa all my life. I watched him as a weatherman. You can be a drug addict and still be a good person. That does not mean he has the right to continue to represent our neighborhoods. He broke the law. Well, you can comment and chat with other viewers and get the very latest on the Tyner arrest by checking out our Facebook page. All you have to do is search WVUA TV and like the page. I do want to mention we also tried to contact Councilman Tyner today for comment, but he couldn't be reached. We did, however, speak with his mother off camera. She says Tyner isn't planning on making a public comment until he consults with his lawyer. We will, of course, have the very latest developments tomorrow night on WVUA News at 10.